What is up? Welcome back to the Transparency All New Docs and Public Request Update, Idaho4. Also, I just put in the chat the shit I've been reading as far as the transcripts in Mackenzie Shirley case is absolutely unfucking believable. I think she's obviously, we don't have to say what we think about her as a human and about her parents, but you guys, what her attorney did in that bind over hearing and in the trial, I mean, there's just no words. Nobody deserves a It's Sheldon Jeter-esque. It's bad. So I will put that out there. But we will be going over those documents, the transcripts, because remember, they never aired any of that shit. And I think that you guys should see it. You know, it's wow. That's all I have to say about that. So we'll come back to that. Idaho4. Woo! Well, I just want to point out something. First thing I want to point out. This is page 13 of 59, and this is the exhibit that is the redacted exhibits 1 through 4. And it was to state's response to defendant's motion limiting for bushy eyebrows. I believe this is one, or which one is it? The text messages. Regardless, it's one of those two. And the first thing I want to point out is, okay, you need the person that's receiving the phone call. You need their phone. So I know that it was in one of, I want to point this out right away. So see how it says like Bethany Funk answered that. Okay. Well, for the record, so I'm going to scroll down here. See how it says unanswered 0 seconds, unanswered 0 seconds, right? Hang tight. Maddie, let's go back right here then. A couple more phone calls right here. We get to this Ethan Chapin outgoing call to a third-party application, which was Snapchat, we believe. 4:24, 39 seconds. And it says, answered. Now, I want to point something out. You need his phone because, but this is what's weird about it. When you call somebody on Snap, it could just ring and 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 ring. Have you guys ever done that? You could just like blow somebody up and it will ring, ring, ring. But normally what you have to do is you have to go to somebody, whoever the incoming call is. But that's on regular phone calls. That's on regular phone calls. So, but I want to mention something. For example, in the Karen Reed case, you could not go off of Jen McCabe's phone records to determine if her sister Nicole answered, okay, the phone call, or if it was picked up by the answering machine / voicemail, and then you actually leave a voicemail message, okay? It could say answered, but you need it from the incoming person's call. But this is different because this is a third party app. So that needs to be answered, and you have to ask yourself, Ann Taylor put somebody's in here on purpose to show something, blah blah blah, and she, there's a bunch of other phone calls that were made, right? And I think what we need to look at though is, let's talk about Xana in this first call saying that there was 0 seconds. I want to say something about this. This is like somebody, in my opinion, calling, and then if I call and then like I hang up, right after I called you. Because I think that's interesting. Because back when I was explaining that somebody was just like, it was almost like the same person was utilizing both phones in a way, or it was just staged in a way because it was just so ridiculously like, it was just, dude, are you letting this phone ring at all? Um, so the Xana and the Kaylee here for like 0 seconds, the call duration seconds being 0. And then down here, it's the same thing with Maddie. Now, who was her provider? Here's this Ethan one. We're going to come back to that. Here, Kaylee answered 7 seconds. Xana answered 4 seconds. Now, I just want us to focus. Okay. Think about if you're, remember, we don't have Kaylee's phone, but if your phone is off, it goes automatically to voicemail. If your phone's turned off, like there's no, just go straight to voicemail. And when I look at this, the first thing that I think of is that the caller, for the first time that they called Kaylee and Xana, this caller, that they were the ones that hung up the phone, or the phone was not, on, because there's nothing, the 0 seconds. And the call duration, again, you need Xana's phone, you need Kaylee's phone, you need the incoming person's phone. And I know that the experts that that Anne was rolling with, they know that. So that tells me, God, that's so interesting to me. This is really interesting. Again, look at what I'm trying to show you guys. The 4:27 and 47 seconds call duration, it's saying it was answered. And this is phone. It's saying it was answered, and it was 7 seconds, right? And then Xana's now, normally I'm going to tell you what you would have to do here. I'm telling you, you need the incoming person's phone call logs to say that that was answered. Because how it could be is that if the voicemail picked up and it kicks in and you left a voicemail, then that could be you on a voicemail. It could also just be that you got to that point and then you decided to hang up. Whew. Again, these are phone to phones. Look at this. You guys, I cannot believe that these calls were registered for 0 seconds. Fuck think. What did she do right after the 4:21? I'm going to show you some other crazy ass shit that I found. So 0, 0, Maddie 0. See, obviously we know that Bethany Funk is saying, now think about this. Bethany's saying that she answered the phone, right? But technically, you want to be so fucking technical, we would need Bethany's phone. and which we do. We have it in her phone record so that Bethany, called a home tits girl right here and that she then answered it. So we know that. But I am telling you guys, you need the incoming person's phone records to determine if and in fact they answered the call. And so I'm not going to sit here and blow smoke up your ass and be like, look at this shit. They answered the phones. I'm going to say you would need the incoming person's, like Xana's phone records. And if her phone was on, it'd be a missed call. If her phone was off, it's not going to register as anything. But it could still register as answered to somebody that was calling and then got the voicemail. And I think once the voicemail kicks in, that's when it depends on your carrier. That's why there's records that the call detail records is going to tell you the duration of the call versus as soon as you kicked into gear and then when something was answered. I mean, I think Ethan's third party one is interesting because that's an app. See, call type, third party application. Ethan Chapin, direction, outgoing, answered, 13 seconds. No, calls are not being made from the deceased. This is Dylan's phone. So it's outgoing from Dylan. So it's like here, because remember how this whole thing starts off, it's Bethany. But they like to include, so if we go all the way back up here, here's Eric Gower. Okay, then he writes, I am. And then they're like, hey, then, Dylan went to bed. Well, no. Now, Bethany Funk incoming. See, like Bethany called her. So it's incoming phone answered. 24 seconds. And since it's an incoming call, we have Dylan's like, this is definitely answered because it's the incoming person's records. Without a doubt, that's answered. Then you have now when they get off the phone, Dylan makes an outgoing call to Xana. And this is wild. The 0 seconds is fucking wild to me. Who was her provider? I think it's because of her provider. Fuck, man. I think these phones were off. Damn. I don't know. This is wild. Why it's wild is because it's right here when she calls him back, and then they have these times, and it's just like the phone's then on. Right here. This is wild to me right here. Like fucking holy shit. Wild. It's like the phone. It's like I'm getting a Chris Watts case vibe where I'm like, dude, this phone was off and then somebody turned the phone on. Because then it's able to register that it's ringing, and then it even has the opportunity to go into mode of, voicemail. Because if you guys take a look and see, it's saying answered 7 seconds. It's saying answered 4 seconds. Holy shit. Ah! Again, the craziest part about it is the fact that the first two calls of both those people are 0 seconds apiece. And it's giving me vibes that the phones were off. Okay. And that not that these phones were answered, but somebody then had to turn them on just to even register that it's ringing through. Man. Let me try if I was, I haven't been on Snapchat in fucking God knows when, but I'm telling you, Snapchat's another one that I think you can call and it will just ring and ring and ring. I mean, who the fuck can I call on this? They'd be like, why the fuck are you calling me on this application? Oh, shit. Hmm. Okay, let's go down further now. See, it's sent. Oh, and she sent that after. How much time was in there between? 4:28, 44 seconds. Oh God, yeah, that's that big gap. She goes and she turns back the phone on. That's that big gap. Oh my God. Oh fucking A. Dude, somebody turned these phones on. From what I have right now, until I get more information, I need Xana's phone. And we know that we don't have Kaylee's. I need to see Xana's phone. But this is consistent with Kaylee and Xana's phones being off when it was at 4:20 and 4:20 and 20 seconds. When she calls these people, that their phones are off. 0 seconds apiece. There's just, it goes straight to voicemail, you know? And then remember that time period where like Dylan's not doing anything for like 4 fucking minutes? Well, look at it. Then all of a sudden, like that's Dylan's last call before then she goes, MIA for 4 minutes. And then this is what's happening. After she goes MIA and she said she's downstairs in Bethany's room. She's then downstairs in Bethany's room and now calls Kaylee and Xana. Okay. And there's these 7 seconds and 4 seconds. And it's like, then the phones are back on and it's not like they answered them. It's just getting you that position of being able to then call and there'd be ringing, and then the ringing then leads to nobody's answering, so then it kicks into voicemail. Wait, where is let me pull up I need to print this out. Ann Taylor's not putting that in an exhibit for just no fucking reason. And then I'll tell you why. I know she didn't put it in a fucking exhibit for no reason, because there's more to it. Hold on one second. Let me print off my side-by-side of these Bethany and Dylan's phone side-by-side really quick. So I can look at that. Let's go. Okay. Um. Okay, when Bethany called Xana, it was at 4:21, and obviously, they're saying like nobody was answering. 4:20, 4:20. Bethany called Maddie, and then Bethany called Ethan, and then let's go down over here. Bethany snap outgoing message at 4:23. Then DM calls Ethan Chapin at 4:24 and 39 seconds. And they have it listed as an unanswered call. On the they say that BF called MM, BF called EC, and they were listing these as unanswered calls for Bethany, but that's not what we're talking about. Let's go to Dylan. DM text, unanswered call. Who the fuck does that? No. Okay, DM called Maddie that says unanswered call. DM called Xana that says unanswered call. DM called Keely and it says unanswered call. Dude, I don't even know if these fucking zero. You guys, if it's 0 seconds, how did it register on their fucking calls? Call log. It wouldn't have. And you would need you would need Kaylee's phone, but you could use it by her phone records. That would be enough. Let's go to this. Fuck. What are they saying about the 427? Okay. Now, the estate and Anne think that DM is down in Bethany's room when she's making the 427. DM outgoing call, DM outgoing message, DM outgoing, DM calls Kaylee. Oh, next to the DM calls Kaylee, it does not say that it was an unanswered. It just says it doesn't say anything. And then DM calls Xana, it doesn't say anything next to that either. Holy shit. Oh my God. Oh my God, this dumbass. This dumbass. I think these phones got turned off and then someone turned these phones on. Okay, let me Okay, here let me go to this part. So this was again, these were the exhibits that Ann Taylor wanted to use as her, she puts the dad in there. Okay, great. Emily, outgoing, third party application. So it was Snapchat. Answered 108 seconds. Damn. Okay. Now, Dylan Mortensen, page 13, we're going to go to. Check this out. Dylan Mortensen gives this is what when Gooch asks her to talk about, seeing Xana. I mean, we have this. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that because we have like little twinkle lights that go around like decorative. Yeah. So I guess that could have been it. Maybe there was just decorative lights and that's how I saw Xana. I don't know. And we have this little Scentsy thing. I don't know if it was on. We were pretty good at turning it off. So it's not like going all through all night, but it does have a light. I don't know if that was on. Where is the Scentsy light that normally da. So from my room, you first walk into the living room. There's like, let's say this is the door to the living room. You guys, there is no door to the living room. There's like a walkway, right? Whatever. Right to your left. So she's like coming out of her room. So right to your left is the bar cart with like some alcohol and like some decorative stuff. Right to your right, there's like this little table that has drawers, and that's where the little Scentsy thing is. And then the couch. Okay. What do you think I want to point out there? What does Dylan not say a damn thing about? Oh, in the fucking middle of the room right there. But she was just only supposed to be describing where the Scentsy thing was. I get it. But she does not mention the fact that, boom, right in the middle is going to be her, table where the ping pong table is. Now, would you have been able to see Xana with that light from the living room all the way down the hall? I don't think so. This is important. I don't think so, because in our world, for an offender to leave lights on in a house, you know, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So let me go to here. Okay. And what was she wearing? I don't know. I don't know what shirt. I can just see her wearing underwear, and that was normal. Blah, blah. Well, here we go. Okay. Did you call out her name? No, I don't. I mean, I don't think so. I don't think I did. I thought she was just asleep. What she means is, did you call out her name when she walked past? Okay. So I didn't want to wake her up. And then, mind you, she didn't see her the whole fucking night, allegedly, supposedly. And then, like, ran down to Bethany's room. Bethany, she could hear me walking down, but I thought you were running. Bethany, she could hear me walking down. So she opened up the door so I didn't have to wait for her to unlock it. And I just locked the door. I was like, I don't remember what we talked about at all. I don't know if I have no clue what we talked about. I just remember us being scared a little bit, but like we didn't think anything was like wrong at all. Now go right to, okay. Wait, I think I have to back it up just a little bit. Right before that, fuck. She talks about that I had to go back. Okay. Yes, at the very end of the hallway, like I could see much. I guess like I could just see her. I could see the top of her head, because obviously her head is a lot higher than everything else. And I could see her lips a little bit. You guys, we've never seen these before. What the fuck? Her lips? You could see Xana's lips. This is the stuff that got like redacted. I could see her lips a little bit, and that was it. What? I didn't see anything else. I didn't see anything wrong. Like, it just looked like a room. You guys, this is the stuff that was redacted. Now it's being unredacted. You guys, I could see her lips. What lips? Probably messed it up a little bit. Like, it just looked like a room. Like, yeah, she was drunk. Probably messed it up a little bit. What? Talking about the room being messy? What? It didn't look, from what I think I saw, it didn't look messy at all. What? It just looked like there was a few clothes. You know, that's normal for all college girls. It's normal. Okay, so we're going to back up. Let me tell you what else is wild about this. Okay, right here. Okay, so where Ann Taylor wants to start with this, she's like, I just showed you guys all that bullshit, right? Now here I want to start with, Ann Taylor's like, here. From what I remember, nothing at all. Do you know how far you opened the door? I don't even remember a third time. So right here, she wants to say, you guys are going to be talking about Dylan Mortensen opens her door a third time. I don't even remember a third time. I don't know if you could see my whole body. I don't even know if you could see my head. I don't remember at all. So like that's for that whole part of the this is for the Franks. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to find the text between me and Bethany. I think it will help. Okay. So at 4:22 I said no one's answering. I'm a little confused. Now, no one's answering. 4:22. Yep, 4:22 and 8 seconds. No one is answering. That was literally she had just called DM called Maddie Mogan unanswered call. DM called um but that doesn't make sense because DM called okay, she fucks up. She called Xana and Kaylee. So you got BF calls DM, alerts her. Then DM calls Xana and Kaylee, and that's where we have like the 2 0 0s, okay? And it's at 4:20 on the dot, and then 4:20 and 20 seconds. Then DM calls Bethany back, and she answers, and they talk for 41 seconds. And then, so since you talked to her there, you would have told her that no one's answering. Okay. Or because if what we're looking at, it's actually like, oh my God, I went straight to voicemail. I don't know if their phones are on. Because why wouldn't you be telling BF that nobody was answering when you called her? Because then you get off the phone, the car speeds away on the 1122 cam. Then BF called Xana. And then DM called Maddie Mogan, who didn't answer. And then after that is when she texts BF to say, no one is answering. And I just, that doesn't make any sense to me logically. I just got off the phone with you. I would have told you that the first two people that I tried to call didn't answer, or their phones, like, I couldn't, it wasn't even ringing, whatever. Then whatever you guys fucking said on the phone, y'all hang up, and Bethany's first move is to call Xana, who now this might make more sense now why she called Xana. Because remember, I said, why aren't you looking down at your phone? You're going to see that Maddie Mogan called you and it was a missed call. Remember? So why didn't you call her first? But then after she calls Xana, BF receives a text message from DM saying, no one is answering. I'm really confused. And the reason that she's really confused is because of whatever the fuck Bethany actually said to DM, but she's just writing that. But they want to like rewrite fucking history. She's really confused because of whatever the fuck Bethany told her. And that's when, you know, she would have opened up her door and went out there. You know, she's over here saying, did you hear? Or I personally believe that she called her because it was her voice that was the scream. Like, that's why I believe that she would have called her. But she's like, so let's think about this. And Taylor sees this and she's like, I want to point this out. That Dylan's like, sorry, I'm just trying to find the text between me and Bethany. I think it will help. Okay. So at 4:22, I said, no one's answering. I'm a little confused. She goes, yeah, dude, what the fuck? Xana was wearing all black. I don't. Then she says, I don't remember how all black came up. This is her not remembering her fucking lines. What do you mean you don't remember how all black came up? Because the whole point is to say that they tried to get her to say that during the phone call that was talked about. This whole black mask bullshit. So I don't remember how all black came up. And I think I might have called her and said there was someone wearing, I don't know. And so when you look at this, and it's like, yeah, when you would have called, that would have been when? The person was already out of the house. I don't remember how All Black came up. Sorry, the time changed. And she was like, shut the fuck up, like, actually. And I said, like, he had something over his head and mouth, Bethany. I'm not kidding. I'm so freaked out. And you can tell, obviously, I'm freaked out and drunk because, like, the spelling is off. Like, I spelled something with a B and an F. And then I said and I just put ND, and I spelled Bethany wrong. I spelt I wrong. What? And I said, my phone is going to die. Fuck. And then she said, come to my room, run down here. That was at 423. I said, I'm scared with no A capital R. I'm going to guess you guys have these text messages. I'm gonna guess that you have these texts because it's on text message. And she says, and then Gooch is like, do you feel safe? Did you feel safe to leave your room? I don't know, but I did. I don't know why I did. Like, it just didn't occur to me that anything was wrong. But obviously, yeah, I was. And then Gooch says, Bethany's downstairs right here. Back downstairs. What? But obviously, yeah, I was back downstairs. She gets cut off. And so how you have to read this is fucking insanity right here, you guys. Insanity. Yeah, I was back downstairs. So one floor down. You were back downstairs. That means you originated there. You can't go back to somewhere that you haven't been. So you have to remove what Detective Gooch is saying there, because the way that this is being read as a transcript is when you have that / after I was, she's getting cut off in the middle of her sentence, which was, yeah, I was back downstairs. So one floor down. She goes at 425, she goes, yeah, I know, but it's better than being alone. She says, yeah, phone is going to die. Come to my room. DM calls EC. She does not talk about the fact, because that was on Snap. Oh, in between all of this, Dylan calls Ethan at 4:24 and 39 seconds. But think about it. Remember what I've been saying? Think about this. Hey, Ethan, get over here. Something's wrong with Xana. And then Ethan drives there and he pulls in at 4:29. Because it's showing that call's answered on the 3-way app, or on the third-party app, which is Snap, which is 13-second call. Hey, I don't know what's going on. Xana, like, something's wrong. I don't know what's going on. You need to get over here. Because guess what happens after that call? Well, for a couple different things happen, but the 429, the 429 vehicle arrives, which is the Explorer. So back downstairs. So one floor down. She goes at 425. She goes, now mind you, if she's saying this, yeah, I know, but it's better than being alone. So I opened the door for a second and I just sprinted. And so I think what Ann Sarah was going to show is that there is no way that Bethany and Dylan could have been together, or if they were together at this point in time, then they're just texting each other while sitting next to each other, right? So at 4:25, we understand that. So I opened the door for a second and I just sprinted. And I don't know why, but I felt like it was stupid of me to open the door. She just says, and I just sprinted, high knees, high knees. I just sprinted. Like I don't know why I did that, but I didn't see anyone. So wait, you didn't see anyone when you sprinted out of your room? I thought that's when you saw Xana. I mean, I was scared, but it wasn't like anything was wrong. I was just like freaked out that someone was in the house, but it wasn't like, oh, this is bad. Like, I just didn't think about that. And again, I literally told her, I don't know if this is real or not. When did you tell her that? Because that is not what she wrote over the phone. So you remember what you now are talking about? Like, I don't know if my mind is playing with me. So how this would all formulate, right, is if we truly think about this, Bethany calls Dylan because of whatever the fuck Bethany hears, okay? And then Bethany has to kick this thing all into, Dylan then, whatever the fuck she was doing up there, because we know she wasn't sleeping. And it was like, hey, talk to her, say whatever, I don't know, but this is wild to me. So from what I remember is that this is now the fourth time opening the door. Let's see how so from what I remember is that this is now the fourth time opening the door. I go outside, fell over. You guys, this is all the stuff that was redacted. Who the fuck would ever say that I go outside? That's how you would describe going outside of your room. I go outside. The fuck are you talking about? You would never say I go outside when talking about leaving your room inside the house. I mean, these things just cannot come out of your mouth. You don't understand. When you're telling the truth, it's just, so from what I remember that this is now the fourth time opening the door. I go outside. I sprint. As I think I sprinted again, but could have just been like running. I think I'm sprinting. I don't know. I see Xana in her room. And she's like on the floor. I'm like, okay, she's just like drunk, passed out like that. Maybe she just drank way too much tonight. Maybe she just drank way too much tonight. But you weren't even with Xana. She'll be fine in the morning. She's with Ethan, from what I thought. I don't know. I didn't see Ethan. I just saw the door open. What? Like, wait, you saw her door open, or like it was just open? Like, who even talks like that? I just saw her door open. Like, wait, you physically saw it open? Or like it was open? I don't know. I didn't see it. I just saw the door open. From what I remember, I think this is what happened. I remember her on the floor, and I don't think she had any pants on except for her underwear. And I was like, oh, like it was like, that was normal for her to like just wear underwear around the house because we were all so comfortable with each other. Like that was not weird at all. So I thought nothing of it. I was just like, okay, it's fine. And I always too scared to go look, and was always too scared to go look in her room, because then I was like, I don't know if this guy is here or not. But you know how scary it would be to run to the room downstairs as well? Like leaving your room, period, is going to be scary because you don't know where the person is. But I thought you just saw that he walked out. You don't know where. So she was going to use that. Well, I had no idea if the guy was there. So right here, I don't know if this guy is here or not. So Ann Taylor was going to use that to say, I thought you said you saw him walk out the sliding glass door. Dylan's a fucking liar. So until everybody wants to understand that, I mean, she's just fucking saying shit. And so for these cops to not say, Dylan, you've told us 5, 6 different things that after you saw him, that you immediately ran downstairs. Okay. That was just like right after you saw him. Then you say, well, no, and that's why I didn't know that if he went out the door or not, because I went back into my room and closed the door. I mean, what the fuck? You would be, I don't know if someone's here or not. Like, I have no clue. I don't know if like my mind's freaking out or not. What? All I knew was that Bethany was awake. She had been calling me. Bomb drops. I fucking love it. She had been calling me. Remember the whole time she was like, I was calling Bethany. I called Bethany. Nope. The truth slips right there. Yep. Bethany was calling me. All I knew was that Bethany was awake. She had been calling me. I needed to go down to her because we need to be together. Wow. Detective Gooch says, but you saw Xana on your way by? Yeah. So when you go, from my room to get to Bethany's room, you have to go past the living room. To pass the living room, you look like you look. You don't have to look that way. You choose to look whatever way you want, but you look like, so here's my room. I'm coming out this way. I walk down into the living room. What the fuck kind of, were you on the 3rd level, Dylan? What do you mean? I walk down into the living room. No, you walk out and make a right immediately into the living room. Okay. I look to my left. That is where Xana's room is. Like down this little hallway. Were the lights on? And this is when she goes into all that. And she's fucking talking crazy shit. At no point after you encountered the man. So like it just feels fine, okay, Flora, like sometimes I got drunk, blah, blah. At no point after you encountered the man, yeah, did you think that there was something about Xana that isn't normal? You never thought that? Remember, I'm hearing someone cry, all that shit? Yeah. I never thought anything was wrong. She just heard somebody crying. What the fuck are you talking about? So let me get this straight. You think Xana's just passed out, but yet you just heard her crying? Okay. I thought she had just fell asleep now. Not even passed out. I just thought she fell asleep. Is that where she normally just falls asleep, Dylan? I never thought she drank. What? I never thought she drank. Like she was unconscious. What? I didn't even think that at all. I didn't even think that at all. So then why did you think that? What? I think didn't anything was wrong at all. I think didn't. She's. So then I stopped for a second. Look at her. Go ahead. She's fine. What? Do you hear how she's talking to herself? So then I stopped for a second. Look at her. Go ahead. She's fine. Like you look, okay, she's fine. Like she's just asleep. Is her bedroom light on? I think so. Again, I don't know for sure if things. I guess if I'm right here, it's behind the window where so she's trying to talk about how long. Okay, yes, the very end. Okay. Yes, the very end of the hallway. And like, I couldn't see much, I guess. Like, I could just see her. I could see the top of her head because obviously her head is a lot higher than everything else. And I could see her lips. I cannot believe that they took this out of the interviews. And I could see her lips a little bit. And that was it. Her lips. I didn't see anything else. I didn't see anything wrong. Like it just looked like a room. Like, yeah, she was drunk. Probably messed it up a little bit. I didn't look. From what I think I saw, it didn't look messy at all. So then the crime hasn't occurred yet. Right? This is what you're telling me. Is that the crime hasn't occurred yet. Right? Because Ethan's really not there yet because you called him over there because you had a 13-second call and he answered. It just looked like there was a few clothes. What? You know, that's normal for all college girls. It's normal. So this distance you're talking about, would you have been able to see her if the lights were out? Probably not. So the lights had to have been on. I think so. That's what I'm thinking. Do you guys have night lights in your? No. I mean, so nothing. I don't like lining the walls. I mean, we have this. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that because we have like little twinkle lights that go around. Like, yeah. So I guess that could have been it. Maybe there was just decorative lights, and that's how I saw Xana. I don't know. And we have this little Scentsy thing, and that's when we get into all that crap. And it's when she explains again her room, and I'm just like, doesn't mention that there's a fucking beer pong table in there. Would you have been able to see Xana? Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Then she says, you should tell me something you do not know. Yeah, I don't know if her lights were on or not. I have no clue at all. But you could see her. I could see her. I know that I could see her. And which way is she facing? Which way is her head facing? So like let's say like that couch is the back of her wall. That's where her head is and her legs are towards like forward like towards me. And then what is she wearing? I don't know what I have no idea what shirt basically, but I can just see her wearing underwear and that was normal. So she doesn't know the shirt because you think it was because it was doused in blood. Did you call out her name? No, I don't. I mean, I don't think so. I don't think I did. I thought she was just asleep, so I didn't want to wake her up. And then I like ran down to Bethany's room. Bethany. She could hear me walking down. So she opened up the door so I didn't have to wait for her to unlock it. And I just locked the door. I was like, I don't remember what we talked about at all. I don't know if I have no clue what we talked about. I just remember being scared a little bit, but like we didn't think anything was wrong at all. We thought, okay, it was just someone passing through. So now when she's now in the room that she's claiming, this is when you would go to the calls that now are going to be answered by Kaylee's phone, allegedly, and Xana's phone. Allegedly, there's like, according to what Ann Taylor was going to represent, which was, and what I'm trying to say is that it looked like the phones were off and then somebody could have potentially turned them on. Also, it could potentially look like if Dylan had the phones, you know, because she confiscated them, she shut them off, and now, okay, I have to go back and place them by the people. Okay, and so I turned them on and I put them by the correct people. But that's why the funny thing is that Xana's phone is not found by Xana, and it's actually Ethan's phone. So did Xana answer Ethan's phone because that was the phone that was right next to Xana? Oh my God, I'm gonna barf. Oh my fucking God, I forgot about that. Oh God. Holy shit. Oh my God. There's no way. Deanna would have called 911. Oof. We thought, okay, it was just someone passing through. We thought, okay, it was just someone passing through. Why would Bethany didn't see it though, so she doesn't think anything about it. Maybe we just like the house makes a lot of noises too, because I mean it's an older house, and so I'd be at night hearing just like, the cracking noises, what houses make when they're older. Settling. Yeah, that would happen often. And so we were kind of used to that. We just like, she just said something about a light in her room, like a firecracker or firework. What? I don't fully remember. And it just was kind of weird. And I was like, what? Do you understand that Bethany, when she called, is saying that Dylan said that she's. I don't remember if I talked to her about the guy. I don't remember if I talked to her about what I saw, what I heard. I have no clue. I just remember like we fell asleep pretty fast in her bed. We didn't think anything was wrong at all. What? And I have to ask you, you were running at first, and at what point did you stop running and she heard you walk to her room? You said at first you were running and you must have felt comfortable at some point. Well, I guess I was running. So when I got out, I stopped and looked at Xana for a second. I think she went over to that room, no doubt. This is what I think happened. Then I ran downstairs. I kept running. I don't think I was walking at all. I think I kept running until I got to her door. So it's important that it's not what you think, it's what you know. I don't know any of this. And right here, she was going to use this. All these things that are marked on the left hand side. Jesus. This is insane. I don't know any of this shit. I don't remember if I talked to her. She's like, well, I don't know any of this. Okay. I don't know at all. This is all from what I think happened because I don't know what is real and I'm just like, my mind's making it up. So I don't know it at all. So one of the things we've been writing are most of it what you believe and you remember happened or you think what happened. What? This is all what I remember, but I don't know if any of it is real. I don't know. I can't differentiate if anything is real or if anything is a dream. I just like imagine what? I don't, or just like imagination. I have no clue. She was imagining this. And I've been trying to figure that out like the past 2 days. Like, I bet it's been hard. What is real? I don't know at all. That's what it's like frustrating because I'm just like, I want to know and I keep thinking about it, but I can't tell the difference anymore. Like, I don't know it's just all like mixing together. And there's pieces that just don't make sense. And everything of it just doesn't make sense. So none of this I can say I know for sure. None of it I can say I know for a fact that happened because I don't. But you know some things that are factual because you have a timestamp on your phone. Yes, the stuff on my phone. Let's get to that. Yes, that is actual. And you know that. Anything else? No. But you remember watching the movies? I remember before and stuff. What? Why are you cutting her off? I remember before everything, like from when me, Kaylee, Maddie, Bethany were in Kaylee's room. I don't even think that's accurate. I think that they were just in there for a hot second and they went somewhere else. All of that beforehand, I remember that because I remember exactly that. Like all that, I remember. Well, then talk about it. Again, like I don't remember exactly what episode the Vampire Diaries you were watching, but I know it was Vampire Diaries because I remember putting it on. You don't remember how Lake got home? You don't remember a time? What? I don't remember. I think I went to bed before. I think I went to my room before she left. That I have no clue about. I don't know. This is what doesn't make sense is because that was before. She's confused. Once she left, I don't know where she went. I don't know. I think Bethany, someone told me that she walked home. I don't know exactly who. I don't know when Bethany went to her room. That's interesting. I don't know if Bethany stayed on the couch. What? I don't know if Bethany stayed on the couch. So she was on the couch at one point, but then you guys all went upstairs to go when Kaylee and Maddie got home. That's why I want everybody to focus on that time because she doesn't want to remember anything that happened between, 2:45 and this time. I have no clue at all. That's where the chips were. The chips were right on the couch. She should remember. Like, think about this. You what? I have no clue at all. That stuff I don't know about because I think I was in my room before that. She has all of this all fucking timeline wrong. Do you think that you opening the door 3 times is part of what you're trying to piece together? Yeah. That it actually happened? I think it's what I'm trying to piece together. I don't know for sure if it fully happened. Like it's just like I don't know if my mind's like making up stuff like at that moment when everything was happening. I don't know if my mind is trying to make stuff up or so that I can't remember like blah, 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 blah. Well, what's important for the detective sergeant and myself is that you're not telling us something that's not true. Yeah, I know. That's the most important thing. Yeah. The fact you can't remember, I understand that. You're traumatized. Yeah. But that you're not intentionally telling us, yeah, I know. Things, okay. But this is like, do you understand why? Yeah. This is all stuff this is what I remember from that night. Again, it's something I don't know if it was real or what happened. This is what I remember. And it's some of it could be real, some of it could not be. I don't know. This is what I think I remember. So watching you, and I've done hundreds of interviews. Yeah. And so has the detective sergeant. I believe you're recalling some things from memory. Oh, really? The dog barking isn't something you can make up. It's not something, yeah, you feel. Either the dog was barking or the dog was not. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's things we hear is different than things we think we saw. Yeah. What we hear is something awakened you, some noise. Okay. And then you heard crying. I mean, this is fucking crazy. She was not awoken or awakened from some noise. It just didn't happen. Bethany calling her. And then you heard crying. Yeah. That you heard that. Yes. You're not filling something in. Something brought you out of sleep. Yeah. And it's probably what you're suggesting is that you heard somebody crying. You don't know if it was Kaylee. What? That is not. Oh my God. Was this all redacted? Look at Gooch. Fired, man. She just told you the story is that, oh my God, watch Noon's video, watch his Noonan's video camera. I mean, what the fuck is going on here? Her story is that Kaylee was saying that she was going to bed and she was taking Murphy with her and they were dancing in the living room and then it was time to go to bed. So she was taking Murphy to bed and it was at 4:00. And so Murphy goes upstairs and Kaylee's going upstairs and then there's someone here and then they're running downstairs. I mean, what the fuck is going on here, Gooch? How could you ever be saying this shit in an interview? And it's probably what you're suggesting is that you heard somebody crying. You don't know if it was Kaylee. Yeah. You're not certain because you don't know that, right? Yeah. What? You know somebody was crying. Was it a woman? Yeah, it was a woman. I know that. And were they saying anything? No, they were just crying. What? Was it unusual for your roommates to cry? This should have been such an easy question to answer. I mean, I feel like all of us, like I wouldn't cry in front of my friends. I'd cry in my room. I wouldn't really cry in front of my roommates. Like feel comfortable enough. Are you kidding me? You just seeing everyone's walking around in their fucking underwear? Dude, this is ridiculous. But if there's a bad situation going on, I would, I guess, I don't know. What? Crying out of like this is wild. Is she acting like she's 4 on purpose? There's a difference between crying because of pain that you just got, like, let's say in a car accident, your fucking leg is broken or I don't know. Damn. But if it's a bad situation going on, I guess, I don't know. You wouldn't. What did the crying sound like? Just like, do you ever cry when you're frustrated? Yeah. Do you ever cry when you're hurt? Yeah. Do you ever cry when you're scared? Yeah. And I don't know which one it was. I don't know at all. Are you fucking kidding me? You just heard crying. I just heard crying. And I can't process what kind of crying it was. What? So I have learned through interviews. So Detective Gooch is saying, so I have learned through interviews. Now think about this. It was only the 17th. The 17th. There's only so many interviews. And the detective sergeant knows this. And so does Robin. What you hear is not necessarily distorted, but what we see can be from trauma, right? But what we hear is distinct, right? Are you kidding me right now? I thought you were talking about the damn case. Yeah. So what you heard, so she's telling her, so what you heard isn't as important as what you saw to me. Wait, what? Excuse me, you just told her that what she heard is important. Because either you heard the dog barking or you didn't. I cannot even believe this. Did you smell anything unusual? No, I didn't smell anything. Cologne, anything like that? Nothing. Perfume, nothing. Blood. What you thought you saw when you saw the figure in the hallway. Yeah. 3 feet from you. You thought it was a male? Oh my God. Yes. What was that all about, Gooch? You thought it was a male? Yes. And you thought he was holding something, but at the time, your view of it was it could have been a vacuum cleaner, a mini vacuum. Thank you for clarifying that, Dylan. Totally a mini. And what was around the person's waist? I don't know. I don't think I looked at that. I just remember all black clothes. Well, what? Oh, I thought you said you saw a triangle. What was in that? What was in the? No, that was from what he was holding. Okay. So, can you describe that again for me? Oh boy. It was like cylinder like this, I guess like about that long, and then it went out and in like a triangle. And how was the person holding it? I don't know. I have no clue. What? I can't remember that. I just remember seeing it like it was floating in the air. And I don't know if he had one hand on it, two hands. I have no clue. I don't know. I don't remember how he was holding it exactly. Were there lights on in the hallway? I don't know. I can't remember at all. Lies. Would there, okay, let's go back a second. Would there normally be lights on in the hallway? Do you leave the lights on for your roommates if they decide to stay out late of consideration since they are your roommates? Did you leave any hall? Wait, what are you talking about? She just said she fucking went to bed and passed out. Like, I just went to bed. I wasn't the first one to go to bed. Like, I mean, Gooch, how the fuck do you have a goddamn job? Dylan says. I mean, for me, like, I like to leave a hallway light out there because it just makes me feel better. But I don't know. I don't know if I did. I don't know if anyone else did. That's something I don't know. But because you went to bed ahead of the other people? Yeah. Oh, what are you talking about? She heard. I cannot. I cannot. No, she didn't. She was awake, putting contacts in her phone at 3:51, Gooch, and you know this. Because you went to bed ahead of the other people in the house? Yeah. I don't know. So you don't know if everybody was in their rooms by 2 and asleep by 4. Would it be unusual for you guys to leave your lights on? What the? No, it would not be unusual at all, especially after you're out drinking. I mean, Xana and Ethan like to turn them off. They like to turn them off. Really? This is interesting. Then why the fuck was her room light on? But sometimes I'd leave them on. So you're the last one up because the whole house was lit up like the fucking 4th of July. We'd go down to get food and in the middle of the night leave the lights on. That was normal. Do you understand this talk? We'd go down to get food to the kitchen. What do you mean go down? We'd go down to get food. It's like you're coming from upstairs if you're going down. We'd go down to get food. Or if you're getting DoorDash at the front door, you'd go down. Oh, yeah, you would, wouldn't you, Daddy? We'd go down to get food. And in the middle of the night, leave the lights on. That was normal. Fuck yeah, Lana. There it is. Woo, Daddy. That's what you did. You would go down to get the fucking food from you're not going to the kitchen. You're going to the DoorDasher outside. Gotcha. They wouldn't go to the kitchen to get the food. They'd go down to the front door to get the food. Fuck yeah. And that's why you would leave the lights on. And every DoorDasher fucking sends that little thing that, hey, I'm going to be arriving. You know, turn the lights on, blah, blah, blah. I mean, Xana and Ethan like to turn them off. But sometimes I'd leave them on because you knew there was a DoorDash coming. Oh my God, Dylan. We'd go down to get food. Yes! And in the middle of the night, leave the lights on. That was normal. Yes. Got it. Okay. Oh, man. Sergeant Blaker says, okay, yeah, let's get off that topic. Look at him. He doesn't say shit, and he needs to hurry up and jump in and say, okay, we need to talk about something else. When I didn't ask this before, when was the last time you saw Xana? Ooh, great question. Oh, now it's at Sigma Chi before. So that was when Ethan was trying to call his sister and wasn't answering. Xana was with, I guess I have, oh, but that's not the same video. Xana was with him. And I just I don't know if I told them where I was going. I don't know if I told them I was leaving. I just knew I was told Bethany and Yessie if they wanted to go. Oh my God, yes. Look at this. She cannot answer this. You want to know what she said? You guys understand what she said in another interview. I saw Xana at 12:15 at Benson, Allie Benson's, which is AKA the Fitzgerald house. The unfucking believable, this broad. Unfucking believable. And here's Gooch. When was the last time you saw Xana? And it's the last time I saw Xana was in her room when I was running downstairs. Did you understand that? When was the last time you saw Xana? Wait, what? I didn't ask you this before. When was the last time you saw Xana? Yeah, you did, because I just told you. The last time I saw Xana was in her room. When was the last time you saw Xana? Trick question, don't you think? She should have been. Do you understand how Dylan should have answered that? She should have been wait, what do you mean the last time I saw her? I saw her when I ran downstairs. When was the last time you saw Xana? Oh, she's when? I didn't ask you this before. When was the last time you saw Xana? At Sigma Chi before. So that was when Ethan was trying to call his sister. So this was the last time you saw Xana, so you didn't see her when you ran downstairs, huh? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. In her other interviews, she said the last time that she saw Xana was at 12:15, and she had a White Claw, and she was not at Sigma Chi, and she was at the tree house or whatever. But at Sigma Chi, that she keeps cutting it up. At Sigma Chi before, so that was when Ethan was trying to call his sister and wasn't answering. Xana was with, I guess but that's not the same video. Why do you need a video? Why do you need to look at a video? She's looking through. Why are you looking through? When was the last time you fucking saw Xana? The answer should be, what do you mean in her room when I was going downstairs? Oh, you mean before that? You understand? She goes, and then this is a different answer. It doesn't matter that like Xana was with him, and I just like I don't know if I told them where I was going. What the fuck does that have anything to do with anything? This is all lies. I don't know if I told them I was leaving. I just knew I was told Bethany and Yessie if they wanted to go. Detective says, and that I think you left there at 2 a.m. No, that was before then. Okay, what time? Can you give me a time frame? I'm trying to figure that out. And she was with Ethan? Yes. So I know for sure from this video, I was at Kennedy or Allie's at 12:49. Told you she was looking for videos. I know from this video I was at Kennedy or Allie's at because Kennedy and Allie were roommates. The last video I have is of Xana holding a White Claw at 11:04. 11:04 Boise time is 10:04. I'm going to pass out. This was all redacted before. This is amazing. This is all opening up for us. Yeah, and we know like this right here. Yeah. Yes. So I know for sure from this video, I was at Kennedy or Allie's at 12:49. And which would be 11:49. The last video I have is of Xana holding a White Claw at 11:04, which is 10:04. So in between that time, I'm going to guess more towards the 12 o'clock side is when I went to Allie's next. So you have a video or a picture of Xana at 11:04? Yes. PM? Yes. With a White Claw? Yes. And then you're at Kennedy and Allie's at 12:49? For sure. Yes. I have a video of that. I could have been there before then. I don't know. This is what proof I do have. And that's what you've been using to piece some of this? Yes, together. No, she's using it. She's using other people's stories. This is so fucking obvious. I mean, I didn't fully look at my phone and stuff until my mom was like kind of asking me about that. And that's how I've been like trying to understand time zones, timelines, I guess. Can I ask? It's not a judgment question though. Yeah. Did Xana and Ethan ever stay at Ethan's house? Wait, does it just skip like that? It's not a judgment. What the fuck? Can I ask? It's not a judgment question though. What? What the hell, Gooch? Did Xana and Ethan ever stay at Ethan's house? This is what was redacted. No, I don't really know why. I think Ethan, I don't know why. Ethan always just liked to be at our house. Xana, does he have roommates? I think. What? He doesn't have any roommates. I think. Dude, you are so on the outs. Does he have, maybe she meant to say, Xana, I think, maybe that got cut off. Does he have any roommates? Does he have any roommates? Oh, I don't know. You don't know. All I know is that because of his grades, he wasn't allowed to live at the Sigma Chi. So he had to get an apartment. I have never been to his apartment. I don't know where it is. I don't know if I believe that. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know if Xana's ever been there. What? We just never like asked about it. What? We didn't care. Oh God, something's wrong with that apartment. Oh boy. That's interesting. Very, very weird answer like this. We didn't care. We liked having him there. So it was never a question to us. Yeah, it's not a judgment. Why would anybody think that this was a judgment? Like, what the fuck? This is Tina with What the Fuck Transition Services. What the fuck is going on? Detective Gooch, yeah, it's not a judgment. Dylan says, yeah. I'm just wondering, did Xana ever go to Ethan's house? I don't think so. I think about I don't think so. I think about every single night she was at our house. So this is an odd question. You just brought up something. He couldn't stay with his fraternity because of his grades, but we're not even through the semester yet. So last semester, that's how they depend everything. So let's say you get like below what you're supposed to get in the semester. That means that you have to this one goes blah, blah, blah. Then if the semester, yeah, well, so he had to come into the semester. Yes, get an apartment. Yes, it's not like he was there and they kicked him out. No. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, yeah. You okay? Yeah. So don't beat yourself up because maybe we can come back and talk some more. I know that Detective Sergeant Blaker has questions. I have some more questions, but don't let that way I can see some of the weight. Like I wish I can give them more. Yeah. What you're giving us is important. Yeah. So when you went to bed, who was still in the house when you went to bed at 3? 3:10, 3:11? It's 2. From what I know of Kaylee and Maddie coming home, those two, where the fuck is Bethany? Oh my God, this is wild. Wild. From what I know of Kaylee and Maddie coming home, those two. Maybe she's just thinking about the people that were dead, and that's why she's not mentioning Bethany. Just Kaylee and Maddie, and like Dylan says, but I know Xana was home from what? From but I know Xana was home from, so I don't know if Ethan was with her. I did not see Ethan. He could have been home with her. He could have not been. I don't know. What the You were calling him. But when you went to bed, you said Lake was still in the house? No. Now this is something different. No, that was are you talking about the first time I went to bed like early before all this happened? Oh, I see. Yes. Yes, because they came home from the grub hunt. After Lake, yes, left, yeah. And you don't know how about Bethany. Bethany was with you? Yes. I know Bethany was home because after everything of all this, I went to bed with her in her bed. Yes, I know Bethany was home because I, after everything of all of this, I went to bed with her in her bed. At what time? I don't know. I have no clue. Somewhere after I would say 4:30ish. I don't know how long all of this happened. I tried to remember and I tried to give a time frame, but in reality, I don't know at all. What the fuck? So at some point, we always ask this. At some point, you weren't perceiving a threat. I never perceived a threat ever. Jesus Christ. Even with the guy in the hallway, yeah, it freaked me. What? 104. This has to go to a different page. It freaked me. Okay, good. That goes to a different page. Guess cops were able to track that. I don't know. We were like just sitting on the couch. Guess cops were able to track that. What? We gotta look at that. Um, okay, I don't know. We were just sitting on the couch. Kaylee had gone upstairs to take a nap. Kaylee had gone upstairs to okay. It was me, Bethany, Maddie, and Santa. Santa was like very, very drunk. What? Oh wow, this got taken out. Xana was like very, very drunk, and there was something like decent. What? What? We were like, okay, let's take a nap, and we set an alarm at 8 p.m. so we could all wake up and get ready to go out. So we took the nap, woke up at 8. I woke up realizing I still have to do my psych homework. And I remember all the times. What? It's on my phone. And the cops have all the pictures and times of that. What? Can we get these texts? What does Blaker have? So I'm not going to say exact times because I don't remember it all. What? This is Aaron. Oh shit, this is more of that Aaron shit. So we got up. I decided to continue my like I decided to continue my like turn my psychology homework that I turned in that day. And Maddie, Xana, Ethan, and Bethany went over to Sigma Chi. The fuck they did. This is not accurate. Ethan wasn't there. They had a large party. Wasn't that big. Kaylee was upstairs. She was getting ready to go to the club. As I turned in my stuff, I was getting ready. Probably took me like 10, 20 minutes because I had to finish a few things for it and turn it in. I was getting ready, which took me like another 10, 20 minutes. One of her AP friends came over and I can't remember her name, but she's super sweet girl. I don't know how long she was there for because I didn't see them leave or go. So I knew Kaylee was in the house and her AP friend. After I had gotten ready, I left the house. I kind of just figured Kaylee or AP friend were there because I didn't see them leave. But then again, I couldn't be for sure. I left, and usually, so like when you go from like my house to Sigma Chi, there's like these little tiny stairs, and one of the cops that was there, and one of the cops that was there. Oh, oh, wait. I told you guys. I fucking told you she fucking talked to the cops. Oh my God, I fucking called it. I said she had to wait because she had to fucking talk to the cops. Oh my God. Everybody can eat a big dick. This is amazing. This is an amazing day. Told you she, and now it's just put off like, oh my God. And I left, and usually, so like when you go from my house to Sigma Chi, there's like these little like tiny stairs, and one of the cops that was there, and last time he knew exactly what it was. What? And one of the cops that was there. What? Wait, what are you talking about? One of the cops that was there. These tiny stairs that go into the parking lot of the White's apartments. And I'm pretty sure it was like pretty much when I got to this big blue dumpster is when I saw Maddie. She was carrying like a little 6-pack of seltzers, and I was a 6-pack. Interesting. And I was like, oh, like, what are you doing? Really? She was like, oh, I'm going to go to the club with Kaylee instead. And I was like, oh, okay, well, have fun. I walked to Sigma Chi, went in there. The main lodge party hadn't started yet. So we were in the apartments. It was, I believe, Ethan's twin brother, Hunter Chapin. That was his apartment. Oh my God. And we were upstairs in one of the rooms. What? And we were upstairs in one of the rooms. I was with Bethany, Ethan, and Xana, and a few other people like were around there coming in and out. I hung out with them for a little bit. I kept going in and out of the lodge party because it wasn't like super great. At one point, I think I don't remember exactly who I texted. Either one of like Claire or Jenna. They were at this girl's named Allie Benson. This is her house. Xana and Allie Benson knew each other really well, but Allie wasn't there. What? It was her friend Kennedy that was there that lived there. Uh-huh. I was texting like Jenna and Claire, where is Gideon? Did he what? I was texting like Jenna and Claire, and I was like, I'm not really feeling this lodge party. Like, I might come over to your guys' place or where they're at. And from my house, it's like just down the street, just a little bit. Like, it's just like a 5-minute walk from my house. So I was at Sigma Chi ready to go. Bethany didn't want to leave yet. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to go. I went to this place with Gideon, Claire's little. They're like big little stuff for sorority and okay, fraternity. So he's a really sweet guy. I walked with him all the way to Kennedy and Allie Benson's house. I don't remember exactly who was all there because it's just been a while since like I've actually thought about it. What? What the fuck? This is Tina with what the you guys welcome in. None of this has been revealed before. Okay, like, oh my god. What? We have a cop that was on foot on the stairs. I love it. Fraternity, so he's a really sweet guy. So I walked him all the way. I don't remember. It's okay. They never interview this Gideon dude. Uh-huh. But I know it was like Lake, Claire, Jenna, Gideon, Hayden, a guy Lake had been talking to. Kennedy, obviously. Jenna's friend Ava. Wait, Ava said that she was not out that night. Oh my God. Wait, what? Ava said that she worked the football game and went home, right? Ava. This is a different Ava. I mean, is there another Ava? I don't fucking know. I think there was like 2 or 3 other guys. I don't know if I remember their names or not. So I went there for a little bit. Sorry. I have to go back just a little bit. That's okay. Obviously, I had a few drinks when I was at the White's apartment. When? And then I had probably like 3 or 4 at Sigma Chi. Oh, earlier, you mean? Okay. Then I got to Kennedy or Allie Benson's house. I probably had like another 2 or 3 of those seltzer ones. Mm-hmm. I don't fully remember because it's all blurry. Yeah. My friend Lake had a Borg, which is just like vodka and what? What is this? Minor in possession? Minor in mixed with water and stuff. And I had a few sips of that. I don't know how much I drank of that. When we were there, we played Rage Cage, which is the drinking game. And I probably it's like you fill cups with like a little bit of seltzer, and I had a few of those, but not like a lot. But obviously I was drunk. I don't know exactly how much I drank. I don't remember if it was, I think it was between either there was like 12 before, I think it was before like 1 a little bit, or maybe it was before 12. I can't remember exactly what time I left. Lake was very drunk, and I was like saying, oh, she can come home with me. Like, we'll walk home. What? I told Jenna, and Jenna's like, oh, I'm just going to stay here. Hayden, one of the guys that was there, is a Fiji. Fraternities have this thing where they have like Sobros, the freshmen are Sobros. So Hayden called, I trust Hayden. Like, he's a good friend. Uh-huh. He called the Sobro. I don't remember who they were. They were freshmen Fijis. And they drove us home because it's like 1 minute, 2 minute drive. Okay. I'm not trying to think what time exactly I got home. I think it was around 1 a.m. to 1:30 a.m. is when I got home. Uh-huh. Me and Lake go upstairs. I don't think anyone was home. I remember, so we went into the kitchen. I started making popcorn. I heard Murphy bark. What? This is new. I heard Murphy bark. So it was like, okay, or I heard him like, because whenever people would come home, he'd start barking a little bit and be like, get all excited. So I went upstairs to Kaylee's room and got Murphy, took him outside. Oh my God, this is unbelievable. So Murphy barked when actually somebody came there at 4:17. No audio at that time of Murphy barking, getting all excited. Oh yeah, hit that thumbs up or thumbs down, man. Make yourself known. Let's get this party pumping. Kimmy, I've always felt a cell site simulator might have caused. I don't know. I feel like would have. I have no voice. Playing the role of Dylan is not easy. She's a talker. Wow. I heard Murphy bark. So it was like, okay, or I heard him like, because, and then I brought him back. What? And then I brought him back there. And there was like a video of like, and then I brought him back there. Back where? I took him outside. And then I brought him back there. What? And there was like a video of Lake playing with him. And that I guess she has that video. And that shows like the exact time we were there. And he's like playing with her. Okay. And then I decided to take Murphy back upstairs into Kaylee's room just so he wouldn't bother us. What? Bother? What were you guys doing? What? And then I decided to take Murphy back upstairs into Kaylee's room just so he wouldn't bother us. Then we had popcorn. And me and Lake didn't drink anymore once we had gotten home. And we watched the show Vampire Diaries, if you've heard of that. Uh-huh. Yeah, that was like, oh my God. Yeah, that was like our favorite show. I can't breathe. Stop. Yeah, that was like our favorite show. So we were on the couch, I would say like 10, 20 minutes maybe. Like in between that time, maybe a little bit less, actually like 10 to 20, somewhere in there. Bethany had come home. She laid down with us and watched the show. You guys, you don't even want to know. Who's laying on those couches, man? Those couches were what? Come on. That's not like the snuggle up type of couch. It's a party house. Like she laid down with us and watched the show. I don't know when Lake went home because I had gone in to bed. I don't know how long of the episode we watched or what episode we watched. I would say I was in bed like around 2:10ish. You guys, this is not accurate at all. I don't remember exactly because obviously I was still tipsy and not like aware of anything really. I think I am not good with times right now because it's all jumbled up. That's okay. So I tried to go to bed for a little bit and I heard Kaylee and Maddie come home. And I was like, oh, I want to go hang out with them. And like our house is like the walls are very thin. Oh my God. So you can hear exactly who it is. Does she not realize what I mean, this is when you just lie and like they were upstairs. I don't know if Bethany was upstairs already or if she had come up after I had gone upstairs. So like they went upstairs and then you heard them and you're like, "Oh, I'm going to go upstairs." So my floor is like the second floor and I had just gone up the stairs into their room. What room? They don't have their room. I went up there. They had gotten back from the bar. At first, I thought they got an Uber, but I guess now it's been proven that they didn't get an Uber. Dude, she's just watching all these channels. Oh my God. I don't know who they got a ride from. This is Tina with What the Fuck Translation Services. What is she talking about? They had gone to Grub Truck and they had like this mac and cheese from Grub Truck. And I had the video of me, Kaylee, and Maddie sitting. And then you can hear Bethany like singing in the back room. What? What? Singing in the back room. Back in back. Sorry. The back room. Why would she say in the back room? How do you know that? And we're in Kaylee's room. I'm going to guess it's around like, why do you have to guess what time's the video? I'm going to guess it's around like 2:30ish, 2:20ish, somewhere in that range. I don't know how long I hung out with them for. So she doesn't say how she calls Eric Hour. She wants to say like they didn't get a new. I remember me, Maddie, and Kaylee and Bethany were like, oh, should we go back to Grub Truck to get more food? We can get Uber. Mm-hmm. One of the Uber drivers, Eric, we know pretty well. We had his number. We would text him all the time. Oh, can we get a ride? So I text him. He was like, yes. I don't remember exactly what I said, but he said that he could get us. And then I was talking to Kaylee and I was like, I don't really want to go anymore. Like, I'm not, and she was like, yeah, whatever. Like, she doesn't really want to go either. What the fuck? Wait a second. First of all, we have proof that Dylan Mortenson's cell phone never read that text message until 4 something in the morning of him saying yeah. So did you have this conversation in person? Yeah. Did you guys have this conversation down in person when he dropped off somebody and you guys were going to get in the car? You're like, no, we're not going to go. I mean, what? So I texted him. He was like, yes. I don't remember exactly what I said, but he said that he could get us. No, he said, you asked him if he was working, and that's what he said yes to. I don't remember exactly what I said, but he said that he could get us. And then I was talking to Kaylee, and I was like, I don't really want to go anymore. Like, I'm not, and she was like, yeah, whatever. Like, she doesn't really want to go either. She was fucking on the phone the entire time from 2:26 until 2:53. So when were these conversations being had? In person, like just standing right there, like, hey, do you still want to go? Because he's going to be right down there. I went in my bed. I don't know exactly what time that was. Yeah, I have no clue what time. I showed the text of them when I texted Eric, but Eric, and that's when I went back to bed around. No, 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 no. Mm-mm. And that's when I went back to bed. What lies? Okay. I woke up. So obviously, I fell asleep for a little bit. Then I woke up around between the range of like 4 and 4:20, somewhere in there, maybe 4:10. We had this like flat blaster speaker that Hunter's Ethan's triplet, who, he usually would bring it over to our house. Oh my God. That flat blaster speaker. Which one is this one? Go take a look at that. He usually would bring it over to our house, like parties and stuff. I could hear it was Kaylee. What, over the speaker? Oh my God. You know when like your speakers will pick up phone calls and shit like that? Oh my God. If your phone is connected to a Bluetooth speaker and you call it, it'll start ringing. Yes. Yes, it will. I have to take a look at that. I could hear it was Kaylee. I think she was singing, and I could hear like Murphy's paws like just prancing around, and I'm pretty sure they were just like dancing and singing to Hunter's speaker. And I woke up and I remember looking at my phone, and it was like somewhere, dude, we all know when we look at our fucking phones, we know exactly the time. Somewhere around 4, but obviously before 4:30. What? You rem- I remember looking at my phone, and it was like somewhere around 4, but obviously before 4:30. How is it obviously before 4:30? Because that's when I was in Bethany's room. This is all, I mean, these people, like, you don't understand. These aren't fucking, like, these are FBI agents. These are detectives. Nobody can listen to this shit, and it's all lies. Fuck out of here. I remember looking at my phone. Well, then if you remember looking at your phone, then you would know a time. I don't remember how long I heard her playing music before. What? And then I heard her walk upstairs because I hear her shoes walk upstairs. And I could hear Murphy, like his paws going upstairs. What about like the tags, like the jingle? And I feel like when she got to like the middle top of the stairs, she said, "Someone's here." But it wasn't like a scream. It was like frantic. Like, "Oh my gosh, like someone's here." And it was like talk. It was like talk in between yelling. Like I could hear it. Bethany didn't hear it. I don't know if anyone else heard it. And then I just heard like fast paced, like stomps going down the stairs, and it just stopped. And I texted Kaylee, and I also, the cops had that. They could see exactly the times and stuff, what I just text her. Like, I don't know exactly what I text her, but it's like, Kaylee, like, are you okay? Like, can you please answer? What did she say? She calls. Did she delete all this shit? She didn't answer me. I like, right when I heard that, I like launched up and locked my door because I'm always freaked out about this kind of stuff. What? Like I don't know. I don't remember if I locked the door that I don't remember fully if I locked the door that night, but I don't think I did because I remember getting up and locking it. But then I could have unlocked it and locked it again, not realizing what I had done, locking it because I always get freaked out and just wanted to like leave my door locked. And so I have no idea if it was locked that day or not. But I just remember making sure it was locked. I did turn the light on in my room. Oh my God. They redacted that. Or this is new. This is new, actually. I did turn the light on in my room. Oh my God. Somebody fucking told her. Somebody fucking told her about the goddamn pictures, about her fucking light being on. Oh my fucking God. Those would have only been known from crime scene photos. She never said that once, ever, in anything. Never did she say I turned my lights on in my room. These fuckers. I did turn the lights on in my room and I just was like standing. I remember like looking at the door and just looking at the handle. Like, I'm so confused. Wait, you're just looking at your door and handle because someone's just going to barge in any minute? Like, I'm so confused. Like, this, dude, none of this is true because you got a phone call from Bethany first. Like, this, like, I'm just don't know what's going on. I know I called Maddie, Xana, Ethan, and Bethany. And I called Kaylee a few times, I believe. No one was answering except for Bethany. Nope, she called you. I don't know if I text her first or called her. I called her and she said something, or she said something about a firework. You know, it didn't happen. She called you. And so I thought in my mind, like, oh, fire. But I wasn't like worried about it. It was just like nothing was making sense in my mind. Life, I was half awake. What? I was still probably very drunk. So I don't remember if it was before or after I called her or texted all of them. I opened the door and I didn't go out of my room. I didn't go out of my door. I just opened it and I looked upstairs. What? I didn't go out of my door. I just opened it and I looked upstairs. It means you have to be like right up on the edge and you're just like leaning and looking. I looked upstairs. My room's right next to the stairs. Like, you have to go past my room to go upstairs. Okay. I remember looking up the stairs, didn't see anything. Then I looked to the side, towards the living room, and I can see like half the living room and didn't see anything. Nothing was like weird or out of place. So I locked it again. I don't remember if I kept texting Bethany or if I kept calling people. What? I can't remember exactly. I then opened the door again. Oh my God, why is this redacted? Oh, fuck off. What in the hell? Are you shitting me? Oh my God, you suck. That must be the grand jury shit. I think you guys, we already got it though. Oh, these people can piss up a fucking blah. All right, there you go. This is nuts. So there you go. What do you guys think? It's clear this entire thing is about something bigger. Yeah, it's absolutely, it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. Aaron just sits there. Oh, fuck. So a cop was there that night. Well, a cop was on the stairs. This is not accurate at all. Effed up. The court reporter transcriber probably had daily migraines after DM's interviews. Hard to even believe shit is allowed to take place like this. It's not okay by any means whatsoever. She said all of this with a lawyer too. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, my voice is kind of fucking shot. These, I mean, all it does is each time we get more and more information and we peel back the onion and we look at this shit with Dylan, it makes these investigators look like pure shit. You cannot trust information because it's always different. Yes, I will. Give me 1 minute. Oh gosh. Cannot believe they redacted that and gave it to Lana that way. They are definitely up to no good. No, there's a bunch of stuff that is getting released. So I was just going through stuff and I was like, oh, that's off that I just read is all new. At least it's new to me. And if it's new to me, it's pretty fucking new. But this is the stuff that Ann Taylor was using to show like this is why we want this. These motion lemonies, these the suppression, these were all of her like, exhibits, but I don't know. I just want to see this Frank's. I want to see how unorganized it is because I know it's going to be unorganized. That was the defendant's motion limine 7 RE bushy eyebrows. That was exhibits 1 through 4. I feel like this Maori shit that I can go through. I feel like there's more in it. I guess I can just print off and try to like run through it really quick. Redacted exhibits 1 and 2. Let's see what this is. Here, we'll go back and show this again. It's mind-blowing. What's mind-blowing? Oh, this is nuts. This is nuts. This is nuts. I can't believe that they feel that they cannot say people's names, that we can't even listen to an interrogation video or an interview and understand what the fuck is going on. So this is, are you driving by chance? Like that is what was said. And he, like, I am. Then this Brittany Ferdinand, who the fuck this is, that she's saving a contact on her phone for 351. Then again, it's just like Bethany called her. Then here to Xana, and like right here, like she just hung up the phone. Hung up the phone. She definitely just hung that up. Kaylee hung up the phone. Then called, like, so it's like, I'm just going to call and I'm going to hang up right away. And then I'm going to call Bethany and say nobody answered. It's fucking pretty sick. Or their phones were off. Bethany, 41 seconds. Again, that was outgoing to her. Maddie, 0 seconds. I don't know. No one is answering. And then all this stuff, remember? So let's see if she's added anything. Or maybe more got to be shown to us. I don't think so. Like he had something over his head a little, and no. My phone is going to die. Fuck. I would love to know how much battery she had at that point. God, would I love to know that. See, it's a status red. Status red. Oh, and let's look at, when what's his name writes back and says, yeah, I'm working. It's right here where it says it's red. I am. Look at red. Status red. 213. No. Red. 429 and 17 seconds. Boom, daddy. There you go. Right there. 429. But you could preview it. $4.29. She did not open up and read that motherfucker until $4.29. And she's reading it in the mix of like all this shit. Like that's what's important. Fucking wild. So let's look at these other reds. Since that was a sent one. Okay, so it was basically received at 4:23 and 51 seconds, and she read it at 4:23 and 52 seconds. Actually, so let's see. Then, like, he had something over his head delivered at 4:23 52 seconds. Let's go look at when she would have read something. 4:24 and 7 seconds. Right, it's just like open. My phone is gonna die. Fuck. Four 24 and 14. It's open. Come to my room now. Run down here now. See, 4:24 and 22 seconds. See that? But she doesn't read it until 4:24 and 56 seconds. What was Dylan doing? Let's take a look. Between 4:24 and 22 seconds. 4:24. 4:24. 4:24, 27. Run down here. But she doesn't open any of this up until DM sent text to Bethany. I'm so scared right now. Oh, this is interesting. So oh wow, this is wild. She reads this at 4:24 and 56 seconds, but at 4:24 and 58 seconds, DM sent a text to BF that says, I'm so scared right now. See, 56 seconds. So she opens up all of those and then just fires off a fucking message. What time was that? 4:24, 39 seconds. 4:20. DM calls EC. 12 seconds. And it's saying answered call. Well, on this thing, it's saying unanswered. But what Ann Taylor just pumped out to us, it's saying that it was answered. And this was calling, what do you call it? Snapchat. $4:24 and 39 seconds. Oh my God, this is fucking A. This is why she didn't look at DM's text at 4:24 and 27 seconds. She didn't read it or look at it, okay, because at 4:20 she's in the Snapchat app. OMG. Sent 4:24 58 seconds and then delivered at 4:59 seconds. Let's see what time she reads this. Oh boy. Oh my God. Yes, Dylan. Look at this. So Bethany sends this to her at 4:25 and 16 seconds. She does not open up and look at the text until 4:26 and 21 seconds. 4:26 and 21 seconds. Bethany's phone will go does not do anything for a 4-minute gap beginning right after she sends this text. 4 minutes begins where she does not use her phone from 4:25 and 16 seconds until 4:29. She doesn't use her phone for that 4-minute gap. Now DM she doesn't use her phone for 2 minutes. But she reads this text message. So she's like running around. And she looked and she read this. Yeah, I don't know, but it's better than being alone. She read that. A minute and 15 seconds later from when it was, and it doesn't take, a minute and 15 seconds to get like in that bedroom. Like, what the fuck was Dylan doing? And this is why I disagreed with the state and Anne when they were like, they think DM is now in Bethany's room. And 4:27 and 30 seconds, DM outgoing message snap. 4:27 and 40 seconds, DM outgoing message snap. 4:27 and 47 seconds. DM calls Kaylee. That's the one that they're saying is answered. And then no phone activity for 1 minute. And then DM calls Xana and they're saying that one, it looks like it was answered, but I personally believe that DM is still upstairs running all over, placing phones, doing whatever the fuck she's doing because she's wild as fuck. And then I believe that she gets down in that room. The person that I would love to know who DM outgoing message on Snap at 4:27 30 seconds, 4:27 40 seconds. Do I think that Ann Taylor knows who that is? I do. But you don't bring all your bombs. I believe she was keeping that for trial. Impulse or outgoing. 4:27 11 seconds. That is DM outgoing call. Damn. Then outgoing message. I think I just told you guys I was back to back. Then DM calls Kaylee. See 6 seconds. 4:27 47. Crazy. Calls Anna 3 seconds. Now that's different than what we just looked at. Oh wait, let's take a look then. Ethan Chapin 13 seconds. Kaylee 7 and Xana 4. 7 and 4. Let's see, what do these say? 3. Please answer 432. Remember, this is the 429 cards already there. Wait a second. Wait, hold on a second. Delivered at 4:32 and 58 seconds. Okay, so she sends it at 4:32. That means the phone's on. Wait, where did she text her? What kind of phone does Dylan have? iPhone. Mobile library. SMS. Where does she message? Where did she send us the Kaylee last time? $4.29 and 17 seconds. What was she doing at that time? Okay. 4:22 and 39 seconds. Sent, and it gets there at 4:22 and 42 seconds. Kaylee. What did she say before that? Okay. 4:22 and 11 seconds. What's going on? 4:22 and 43 seconds. Who else does she text? She texts anybody else? She texts. I think that's it. Let's see the next morning. When does she text them the next morning? Bro, 11:50 and 55 seconds. Reddit, 2:12 p.m. Dylan didn't read that until 2:12. Okay, I'll call you at 2, so 11:30. Okay. 2 works better, 11:39. Okay. She reads this 7, 8 seconds after she receives it. Where the hell did she? Where does she text Kaylee? I need to see if that phone's off. Does she just snap them? I thought she texted her. Okay, here it is. Are you up? Her phone's on. Where's the one to? Oh, 11:30. Fuck. That's so interesting. Oopsie, it went too far. God, she was on her phone all fucking morning. Okay. I cannot believe They didn't go through any of this. Bethany, I'm not kidding. I'm so freaked out. What is this right there? I'm so freaked out. Why would that be over here? We already went through that. Oh, maybe it's Bethany's side. Oh, wait. Is this when she called her parents? 0 seconds. 6 seconds at 8:01. 1:11. 2:41. Daddy-o? Madre. Wait, what? Is this new? Were those redacted differently before? I don't think that was available before. Eight 8:42. So she speaks Spanish. Madre, what the fuck is this? From Madre. Is it like a meme? What time is that at? From blank blank attachment. 9:04. The fuck is all this shit? Source extraction logical. Where the fuck did this come from? You awake. Red. 110. 1 sec. What? Do you guys need me to come get you or what, bitches? That's terrifying. What the fuck? What's that? What's terrifying? Wait, what the fuck? This is new. I've never seen this before. That's terrifying at 11:51 in 36 seconds. This is Jenna. Jenna is writing, that's terrifying. What's terrifying? Nobody asked her what the fuck is terrifying. They saw a man. I mean, oh my God, this is, what is this? Low key, yes. Low key, yes. From to, I will. Please. These are deleted. These are fucking deleted. She deleted those texts. Oh my God. $11:49 would take you to 11:15, 10 seconds. 11:15, 10 seconds. 11:15, 10 seconds. 1 sec. 1 sec. Do you guys need me to come get you? That's terrifying. She deleted these. Why are they gray? There's no deliver. There's no red. That's terrifying. From low key, yes. Low key, yes. I will. Please. Emily is coming over with Hunter too to check it. To check it. To check it. To check what? To what do you mean it? To check it. To check the house? $11.53 and that's $11.54. Like you don't understand they're there. Like what the fuck are you talking about? Out. To check it out. Oh, okay. She continued to check it out. Okay. I'm Jay Gunn come to cuss. I'm scared for all. What? Okay, I'm just gonna come to cause I'm scared for all. What are you scared about? Oh my god, these people are sick. Oh my god, there's more? What? Hall? Wait. Okay, I'm just gonna come to because I'm scared for Hall. For y'all. I think she meant to say for y'all, but she said Hall. For y'all. I'm scared for y'all. 911 at 11:56. Four minutes and 11 seconds. Oh my god. 59 seconds later. Oh my god. Low key, yes. But she's gonna pick them up. Low key, yes. I think that's terrifying. And then she's over here saying low key, yeah. Do you guys need me to come get you? Let me see if I was to write that in a sentence. Come get us. Come get us. You're asking to be come and get us before you even call the cops. I gotta go. I'm just disgusted. I lived with 5 other girls. We had the best house, and I could never imagine doing anything like this as a freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. I just I have no words. None. It's absolutely disgusting. Good night.